and you're prohibited from returning fire. That's a hellish situation that I wouldn't wish on my worst adversary. It's a tough position that we put America's sons and daughters in. Under President Trump and Secretary Hegseth's leadership, we will defend our sons and daughters. If you shoot at American troops, there will be consequences. As President Trump and Secretary Hegseth have made clear, these actions by the Houthis will not be tolerated. In his first 2 days back at the White House, President Trump signed an order laying out a process to redesignate the Houthis as a foreign terrorist organization after the previous administration revoked their designation within weeks of taking office. Under the previous administration, America's enemies were emboldened and billions in frozen funds were unlocked for Iran. With President Trump and Secretary Hegseth's leadership, an era of peace through strength is back. We will use overwhelming lethal force until we have achieved our objective. With that said, and this is a very important point, this is also not an end.
Shalom, shalom, all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All praise and honor. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And this is live, breaking news. The Pentagon is doing a brief, all right, an emergency briefing. Let me put this on do not disturb real quick. And brothers and sisters, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, ultimately, this is going to expand, you know, and build up to this next World War III. All right? This is what it is. This is prophecy. All right? And the scriptures say the least of the flock should draw them in. You know, the Lord speaks about the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. He's gathering all the oppressors together. Esau as well. You know, you got the situation with the Houthis and the situation over there in Yemen. All right? So the devil, Esau is preparing for war. All the peace talk that Trump is trying to negotiate with Gog and Magog, the bear, is not going to work. It's only going to go too far, but then that prophecy will be fulfilled. As you can see, this is live right now on ET Now, live U.S. military emergency briefing at Pentagon, U.S.-Iran news updates. All right? Let's go to the first scripture. I'm going to get maybe like two scriptures. Just hit the points real quick. Joel 3 and 9. I'm going to read in the NLT. Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. Hammer your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Train even your weaklings to be warriors. Come quickly, all you nations everywhere. Gather together in the valley. And now, O Lord Yahweh, call out your warriors. Let the nations be called to arms. Let them march to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. There I, the Lord Yahweh, will sit to pronounce judgment on them all, man. All right? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. And that's the time we're living. We're in the time where the scripture speaks about war, no peace. All right? And the reason why we're in a time of war is because this man, when you go to Revelation 6, right? Verse 4, and then went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him. This is Esau, Edom, that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So Esau was designed to be the wicked, to take peace from the earth. The scripture speaks about how he made the earth a wilderness. All right? There's no peace in Esau. All right? There's no peace in Esau. As the scripture always say, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I'm going to just hit the points. You know, I don't want to make this too long, you know, but I'm going to hit the points, brothers. All right? Psalms 55 And 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. See? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword. This man does not know peace. He was given power and to take peace from the earth. This is all Esau knows. And that they should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword. And this is what he's going to resort back to. He's going to resort back to that sword, war. All right? That's why when you go to Revelation 8, what's that, 12 or 13? 13, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by the reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound. These are the three wars. First World War I, World War II. Now we're going into this World War III. All right, Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right? And you can't get around it. This is the time we're in. All right? Day of doom. Second Ezra 7 and 43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. And that's where we're sighing and crying. We're sighing and crying. All right, let me go here.
I don't think that Rusty would be here today if it wasn't for the
because we understand that we need those new bodies. We need rest. This is not our rest.
Any shot fired at U.S. forces by the Houthis would be considered a shot from Iran. And this is the president showcasing leadership from the Oval Office. And frankly, bringing moral clarity back to the United States of America. We know who the enemies of this country are and the enemies of a free world are. And President Trump has put them on notice, as you saw with Iran this morning. But okay.
All right. And we know Iran is backed up by who? The bear. This is why Iran plays a big part in this World War III, brothers. The scriptures piece about the least of the flock should draw them in. All right, let's get that real quick. Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom. All right, and his purposes, that he hath purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. And this is a dark saying for America, you Edomites. Surely the least of the flock. Who's the least of the flock? Them little hats over there. In Israel, the Amalekites. Because the Baron's not going to just sit back. They're the bodyguards of Iran. And America is the bodyguard of the little hats. Shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Yeah, the Lord is going to destroy and annihilate 2 places on the planet Earth. And that's going to be the land of Israel and Babylon, the great America. All right, there's no going around it. That is prophecy, and it's going to happen. And you're seeing it right now. So lucky for that. It keeps doing that. You're seeing that. These Edomites are getting ready for war, man. But that's why Trump just introduced the F-47. All right, let's go there real quick. The F-47, what's that, Trump? All right. F-47. All right. F-47 fighter jet will be a generational leap of capability, retired Air Force general. Listen.
Get the inside scoop on every home in your neighborhood with Homes.com's full inventory search.
I'm sorry for this.
Quickly access property insights for sale, rental, sold, and yes, even off-market properties. Our maps feature detailed data layers showing you the status of all the homes in your area, easily and all in one place. Whether you're hunting for a new home or just love knowing all the neighborhood tea, we got you. Start exploring now with Homes.com.
Right around the corner. Why they didn't play it, man? What's going on? go.
Won the $20 billion contract to build the sixth-generation fighter aircraft. There's a lot of secrecy surrounding it, but the Trump administration says it will replace the F-22. It will be superior in long-range striking capabilities, stealth, and it will be built to adapt, allowing for software upgrades. Joining us now is retired Air Force Brigadier General John Tykert. John, it is so great to have you. You know, I watched your interview with Blake Berman.
It is such a large leap forward for our nation that we have enjoyed air dominance, which means the freedom
and
to
if you
attack
know
and freedom
about
from
this
attack through the
man's
air.
military tactic, he's always been great in the air. Remember, he represents the eagle. And what the eagle does, it flies up in the air and it preys on its victims, its prey from afar. All right? And that's Esau. This is the man's pride. His pride has lifted him up. You know, when you go into Obadiah. So these devils are preparing. And this F-47, that the Air Force, that Boeing, this is Boeing. You got Lockheed Martin. You know, you got Boeing. These are all military companies that manufacture weapons. This man swore the F-47 was just introduced. It has an AI program built in. Listen up a little bit. I'm not going to play the whole 3 minutes, but listen.
Since the Korean War, and now to have on the books a new generation of capability that will make sure that we continue to dominate
the skies
is so important and
so
good.
this
to the
man
United
is
States
ready
of
to go to
America.
war, brothers. The weapons are coming out. We ain't that time, brothers. Shalom.